Hold them.
Are we live? Are we on?
We are.
Now?
We are on.
We're on now.
We are
this
now.
This is old school, folks. Boom! Season 2, episode, season 3. I'm sorry, episode 32. A little nervous because, folks, this is. You want to talk about the travel edition of the Quarantine Cocktail Show? Take a look around because we're in the middle of a freaking parking lot. There's probably a lot of things. I feel like there's almost a sign that says you're doing it the wrong way. But here we are, and I don't care because we're not missing a show. Here it is, old school. Are you ready? We're going pickleback shot. Listen. Here's what I know. I've had so many people say, Paul, why don't you just do a shot sometimes? I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. See what I did there? I beg your pardon. I hear you loud and clear, folks, and I've been saving them for those occasions. This is one such occasion. Are you ready? Let's go to the bar, folks. Only business is monkey business, which is odd because it is literally the back of the car. But we're on the road. It's all good. So, first thing, Paul, where does the word shot even come from? Well, let me tell you. I'm going to give you, there are so many stories about this, it's ridiculous. Let me give you the first one. Old West. When we think of shots, we think of shots of whiskey, we think of the Old West. And there's a great history here. The deal was cowboys would go in and wouldn't have money. So they would end up putting a single bullet and exchanging it for a shot of whiskey. Get it? Bullet, shot, a bullet, and for a shot. And here's why it made sense. A bullet was about 12.5 cents, and a shot of whiskey was 12.5 cents. False. That is not true. This is the biggest.
Actually, you just made the T sign.
Well, how do I? False. Is that better?
Whatever.
I mean,
go ahead. Keep going.
We haven't had a chance to really drink, so this is me normal. All right, so it's false. Let's just go with that. And here's why it's false. If you go do in your 8 minutes of research, a bullet back in the 1800s, Western times, guess what? They were 2.5 cents each. And a shot of whiskey, it was not 12.5 cents, it was 2 bits. 2 bits is 25 cents. So really, if they were doing this, they'd go in and say, here are 10 bullets. And give me, no, it doesn't work. It's false, but in the early 2000s, this is an early meme that had this beautiful picture, and then everybody read it and believed it's the most common belief of how shot got its name, and it's wrong. Now let's get to some fun ones that actually could be true. And I say could be because no one really knows, but I'm going to let you decide which one. Number 2, there's a book in 1913. So this is still kind of cowboy-esque, right? So this book, which by the way was it's about the West, but it was written in Cass County, Indiana, which is close to where we are. Fully desperate. It's not worth anything, Paul. It's worth 2 bits. Maybe it's worth 2 bits. Anyway, here's what the story goes. It was a published story, and apparently there was a bar, saloon that was going to open up, and this is back in the late 1800s. Well, the local people didn't want it. Well, the saloon brought in a barrel of red-eye whiskey, and because the local people didn't want it, somebody shot it and put a single hole, and it drained out. And after that, everybody that went to the bar, when they ordered liquor, they referenced the shot that ruined all the whiskey, and that's how it gets named. It's a good story, don't know if it's true. Third one, which is actually one I tend to believe, was the buckshot. So back in the day, all right, so back in the Old West, people used to hunt for their food. Well, what would happen when you would have small game, you'd be eating your meal and you would get these little buckshots in your food. Well, they would put a little glass at the front of the table so you could put your shot into that, and that's where the shot glass got its. Folks, I'm just telling you what I hear on some. Fourth one, actually the fourth one is probably to me the most believable, and that is named after a scientist, German scientist Friedrich Otto Schott, S-C-H-O-T-T. He's a scientist, and he basically created glass for the scientific community, but one of the things it came up with was this thick, heavy glass that could be used, and that is the glassware that eventually was used for the shot. And when it came to America, they just kind of, you know, Americanized the SCHOTTT name to SCHOT, shot glass. It was his glass, he made it. Paul, give me one more. I'll give you one more. And actually, this is probably the most realistic one out there, and that is this. When you do a shot, one of the most common things is after you're done, you slam it down on the glove bar, and it makes the sound of a shot. So you got 5. You pick what you want. For goodness sakes, it doesn't matter. Now, here's what else I can tell you. I can't tell you when the shot glass got its name, but I can tell you when shots really became a thing. This is shots as much as you think about whiskey. The actual shot. No, I'm not doing that. Am I going to do that?
No, we're not doing that.
Said no. No, Paul, don't do that. You have not had enough to drink to pull off the shot. Here's the thing. So, historically, 50s and 60s, we actually had some decent cocktails going on. But in the 70s, folks, this is live. We're just running. They're probably going around to come arrest us. So I'm going to hurry up and finish. In the 70s, though, cocktails, they went to hell. And they had to get creative. And here's what they did. In the 70s, when we really started hitting shooters and having all these different shots, and the belief was that the cocktails were considered old and just no good anymore. So what they did is they started making these crazy drinks, and it's tied to not only the 70s, basically it's tied to all the drugs that were going on in America at the time. And the problem was that they were just crazy drinks that would basically take care of people. Apparently this car's not going to stay for our cocktail show. One person live now. Anyway, so in the 70s, all these bartenders trying to keep up with all the crazy sex and drugs that were going on were coming up with these wickedly crazy shots. The first one of record, Kamikaze, 1976. Paul, I think you did that drink. You are correct. We did the Kamikaze. We did it as a drink, but that was originally a shot. All right. So what are we doing tonight? For God's sakes, Paul, is there a drink tonight? There is a drink. Folks, we're going old school. We're going shot of JMO. But not just a shot of JMO, pickleback. Yes, it's true.
Because Shelby can't do a shot of JMO.
She does not like it, but she's going to do it tonight. It's a great, so here's the thing. Shot of JMO was the original plan. Shelby said, I just don't really care to just do a shot of JMO.
That was putting it mildly.
So we said, well, how about we make it a pickleback? So we are. So a little history for you. The pickleback actually, so first of all, when you go for the pickleback, here's the deal. It is, pickle brine has actually been a hair of the dog kind of a remedy for a long time. It's always believed that if you drink some pickle brine, after a night of drinking, it'll help cure a headache or prevent a headache, hangover, whatever. But it wasn't until 2006, this is true, 2006, out of New York, Reggie Cunningham, who's at the Bushwick Country Club, basically says, I'm going to make this a thing, and he names it. And he calls it the pickleback, and basically it's a shot of JMO. Traditionally, it's always a shot of JMO, and then you follow it with a shot of pickle brine. Paul, where'd you get the pickle brine? Got it at a gas station. Yeah, and don't forget, we're quarantine styling it up, and that means we got a little bit of emergency. Emergency! Not quite as good as pickle brine, but saving hangovers. Here we go. So a little emergency in there. A little bit of people walking over. We're good. Here's your JMO. Here's your other JMO. One for me, one for Shelby. And then we're going to have to share this, Shelby. Are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Share here. All right. Well, this could not go well. All right, we're going to leave it like that. And Shelby, can you come on in? Here we go. All right. And JMO for champions. There it is. And cheers. Wait. I'm giving you the end of the show right now. So here's the thing about a shot. A shot is typically a celebratory thing, right? You're acknowledging something that's amazing, or you know, whatever. So here's our cheers tonight. This is a shout out to my HCC Cincinnati Soccer Club. All of my mates, we were up in Chicago. We did a tournament, old man soccer, and we took 3 teams up, our over 60 team. I believe they won it all. I got to find that out, but cheers to them. And we had 2 50s teams, and we came in 3rd. That was ours, and 4th. So to all the HEC guys, hey, Half Century Club. We're playing soccer. We all keep making it home. Love y'all. Cheers. Pickleback. Here we go. Hey, Richard's out for a show. Oh, they can't see you do it. Cheers. Wait. The pickleback. Shelby's not picklebacking it. Well done. There
That's so much better.
So much better. There it is. That is your quarantine cocktail show, Blue Monkey Quarantina on the road. I hope you enjoyed it, folks, because we didn't get arrested, so I know we enjoyed it. By the way, this show is not a promotion to drink in the back of a vehicle in a private parking lot at all. But hey, we do what we have to do. So anyway, cheers. Love you. We'll see you next Sunday. We're out.